Every time we do things like this, we print more money. We have to. As we print more money and put more money into circulation, it devalues our currency. People say, well, they're going to devalue the currency. They've been devaluing our currency since 1972. Let's be clear about that. And there have been periods of time where they've devalued it greatly and we've recovered just fine. We don't know if this is going to be one of those periods of time. And we won't know for 2 years. Why 2 years? Well, because in 2 years, we will have a much clearer picture of whether the Republicans are going to continue to fight to figure out what happened in this election. And I suspect it'll be 2 years from now where they will totally give up and they won't do it anymore, which leaves the next election and the one after that and the one after that and the one after that to be open to all kinds of fraud. We will just be another Russia. It will be the end of our republic. I want every Republican on Capitol Hill to be on the list, maybe only them, to be on the list of giving up our country to the regime that we will have in 10 years. It will be their fault. You don't have to blame them now if you don't want to. I can do that for both of us. But it will be their fault. They need to go down in history as the cause of the loss of our republic. Now, when we devalue our currency, that generally begins to lead to inflation. There's no reason to believe that it won't this time. Back in the 80s, it led to hyperinflation. Will we have hyperinflation? I doubt it. Should we have hyperinflation? Yes. Will we? Probably not. The Federal Reserve will have to go into negative interest rates. Means you will have no place to put your money unless you want to spend money to hold your money. So that's what's going to happen. The more debt you have, people say, how am I going to survive that? Don't have any debt. The less you owe to the debtor, the better you are going to be able to survive these times. The less you owe, the easier you're going to be able to get by. The less you owe, the easier it's going to be for you to, save your house, your land, your farm, your fields. Maybe make the difference between your family survival and not. It will become critically important for you to have as little debt as possible. One of the things that I heard it this week as I was home, and some family members saying, well, it's kind of foolish. I can get that money so cheap, it's foolish to not keep it. Okay. It is foolish until you have to write a check to pay the debtor and you don't have any money. Then it becomes very serious. Being out of debt is the greatest thing you can do for the survival of your family in worse times and in good times. It is the best thing you can do. People say, well, don't pay off your mortgage. You're getting that interest. You're writing it off. That's a good thing. Really? I'll tell you what's a good thing. putting an extra $600 a month in your savings account. That's a good thing. So in the good times, you get to save more, accumulate more, build more wealth. You can argue it mathematically all you want. I'm more than willing to do that if anybody wants to. But the fact of the matter is, there is a great deal of value in keeping your money. It doesn't matter what it isn't earning, or it doesn't matter what it is earning. It doesn't matter how cheap you can borrow or how expensive it is to borrow. What matters is keeping your money. Huge value in it. And the value is under all conditions, under the best of economic times, like we've had for the last 3 years, or the worst of times. It's always going to bring value to you and your household. And that's what is important to understand. So, money is cheap. Go out and get in debt. Remember, as cheap as the money is, you still got to write a check every month. It doesn't matter how cheap the interest rate is. It matters, though, maybe not now, but it could someday, that when you write that check, it matters. We need to be shifting our focus to having money to pay for what we consume and then some. Not getting the money as cheap as we possibly can. It's like I tell people investing. There's great value in not losing money. Well, I don't want to put it in there. I want to protect my money. I don't want to lose any. Okay. Well, yeah, but I can't do that. I'm only earning 0.5%. No. You're not earning 0.5%. There is great value in not owing money. There's great value in not losing money. There's great value in putting $10,000 into a CD that's earning practically nothing, and a year from now having $10,000. Yeah, but inflation has eaten that $10,000. Has it? Has it? Yeah, I guess maybe mathematically it might have. It's going to be great value. So I don't know, David, if that's helped answer your question or not. The more debt we get into nationally in our government, the harder it's going to be to get rid of that debt. But we're not going to stop spending because we can't get rid of the debt. We will continue to spend, and we will continue to spend more than we have, and we will continue to add to our debt. If we get inflation and interest rates get anywhere near normal, we'll be paying $1 trillion a year just in interest to service the debt on what we have as debt. It's unsustainable.